In today's world, a child does not need to become a teenager to get his own room and privacy. Yes, today's topic is the baby nursery, and I'm going to explore with you why it is so harmful for your child. Hi guys, welcome to Mom O'Clock with Dr. Farah in association with Hindustan Times Health Shorts. Today I'm going to be talking about the baby nursery. It is a very popular concept in the West and now it is coming up in India also. So in the 1980s, a scientist known as Richard Ferber came up with the concept that a child should sleep alone, should be sleep trained at the age of 3 to 5 months because he is emotionally mature enough to handle that separation. Rest assured, the child is in, and these guidelines have caused more harm and little to no good for the children. First thing, a child when he sleeps in a nursery away from the mother, whenever the baby gets up, she has to go running to breastfeed, settle him down, waste another half an hour trying to get the baby to calm down and fall asleep. And once you tiptoe out of the room, the baby is going to get up and scream again. Because it is so difficult for a child to sleep on his own, mothers do end up exchanging duties with the father and they end up giving formula more, and breastfeeding rates do come down in children who are sleeping separate. In case the mother is determined and her breastfeeding journey goes on, rest assured she's going to be exhausted and on the verge of a mental breakdown. So co-sleeping allows the child to just nurse at night and fall right back to sleep, giving the mother a better sleep quality and more rest. Secondly, in child psychology, it is a very well-known fact, children who are held, carried and hugged more turn out to become securely attached individuals. Now, what is secure attachment? It means the child knows that mama is going to be there in times of need. They tend to be more courageous and brave and better risk takers, and they know they can fall back on their mama anytime. Whereas children who are sleep trained at an early age, made to sleep independently, not held because that will spoil the child, these children turn out to be insecurely attached. Now, what is insecure attachment? When these kids grow up, they tend to have trust issues. Now, these trust issues start with the parents and then go on to their other relationships also. So in their delicate teenage years, they are rebellious, they don't know how to trust their parents, they are more prone to eating disorders because they go under peer pressure, they have poor family bonds, they have higher rates of suicide and, of course, depression. And the other shocking long-term effect of insecure attachment right from childhood is that these people grow up to become commitment phobic and add to the divorce epidemic that is engulfing the world these days. Sleeping separately at a young age not only makes the child insecurely attached, but it is also a life threat to the child. Here I would like to talk to you about SIDS or cot death. A cot death is a child suddenly, without any cause, just dies in his cot. Now, one of the reasons for cot death was that the child is made to sleep on his tummy, which is what they observed in sleep-trained children. They're exhausted into sleeping on their tummy because they keep crying for their moms and they just get defeated and fall asleep. Now, this position cannot be changed because at the age of 3 months, the child cannot roll over, so he ends up sleeping like that throughout the night. And when the baby sleeps in this position, there's an abnormal pressure on this part of the brain, which is the brain stem, and that's what controls respiration. So one of the reasons for cot death is sleeping in that position. Now, when scientists found out that one of the reasons for cot death is sleeping on their tummy, they gave the guidelines in the 1990s to make the baby sleep on the back. That was the Back to Sleep campaign. Now, Back to Sleep campaign wasn't an absolute hit because of the simple reason that sleeping the entire night on their backs gave flat spots to the baby, and that made the development slow in this child. So please keep the baby next to you. During the night, baby will turn to you while breastfeeding. The baby will turn away. You can put the baby down and the position keeps changing throughout the night. Whereas when the baby is sleeping alone, he sleeps in that one position through the night. Another way that cot death is prevented by sleeping together is that the baby never goes into the very deep sleep. The baby is always a little away because of the mother's breathing, the mother turning over, and the mother's movements. So the baby never goes into the very deep sleep, which is dreaded because that's a cause of cot death. And also the baby will be breastfeeding, which is the world's best pacifier. And pacifiers do have an effect in preventing cot deaths. So what is the best practice of putting babies to sleep? During the day, let your child sleep in a jholi. Yes, I said the word jholi. It is the poor man's crib. You can just take a piece of cloth, fasten it on two ends, or you can get these ready-made jholis that you get in the market for a very cheap price. In the jholi, the child is snug, the child can be pushed and soothed, and it feels like a swaddle, and it is one of the safest ways a baby can sleep. And the other safe way is in your arms, in the night, breastfeeding to his heart's content. That's all for today from Mama Clock, guys. If you're a new mother expecting or know someone expecting, please recommend my book Newborns and New Moms to them. It is available on Amazon right now. And also, I will see you next year. Happy 2021. Bye-bye.